Okay, hey, welcome to the Vintners November 2009 wine tasting here with my co-host and author of Shortcuts on Wine, Ed Masciana.
The very same.
Where'd you go? Were you here just a while ago?
I was here just a while ago.
We're going to taste some Vintner Series wines for November, and this one I desperately tried to put into the program a couple months ago, and just we try to buy wines 2 to 3 months out so that we get quality control when we land here. We get the taste and make sure that what we ordered, but at the same time, imports have to come from overseas. We want to make sure that they don't get shaken up on the boat because it changes a lot sometimes. But this is a domestic wine that I really wanted to feature. Kept working it, finally got it into the program. It's a Napa Valley Chardonnay from Napa Cellars. I think it's a 2007, and it's 2008 actually. Mm-hmm. And it's got a nice thick bottle to it, which the winemaker wanted to
We like to buy our wines based on the thickness of the bottle.
Well, it is. It's because it weighs more, so it costs more to ship. That's the whole point.
It really is big.
But look at the nose.
Look at the nose. Okay. Maybe I'll smell the color while I'm looking at the nose.
I mean, it just jumps out of the glass. It's
really pretty.
Vanilla in there, a little butterscotch.
Mm-hmm. Vanilla, butterscotch, green apple. A little toast.
And the balance is great.
Wow.
It says on the notes here, fresh apple, and we were discussing what it would be like if it said rotten apple. What would it
Yeah, right.
And why would you put fresh apple? Of course it's a fresh apple. It's not going to be anything but a fresh apple.
Well, but it conjures up those sort of, lingering notes of
That's a good point.
fresh apple.
Do you when you bite an apple or a pear, do you smell them like I do?
Yeah, I do, especially cantaloupe.
Take a bite of an apple or a cantaloupe or whatever you work and just smell it. People go to the restaurant, just stick it in your nose and see what people think. But that's how you find the nuances of wine, by learning what those smells are.
When you have noses like us, you could literally stick it in your nose. But I mean, we're not really talking about that, are we? You know what? One of my favorite descriptions of wine, especially Moscato d'Asti, is I say it smells like the spray from a freshly cut green apple.
Oh,
you
that's
break
great.
it apart and you get the spray, and that's what it smells
That's
like.
true, especially in that.
And this is kind of like that as well. This is a nice big wine. I mean, this is a
Full body.
This is a white wine for red wine drinkers.
Yep, I agree with that. Napa Valley juice. Now the new law, if it says Napa, even in the name of the
That's
wine,
right.
it's got to be from Napa.
Well, it's got to be 75% from Napa, right?
You can't call it Napa Vineyards and then buy the juice from California.
And the winemaker, a guy named Joe Shirley, born in Long Beach, local boy, sort of, now lives back up in Napa, went to Occidental down here in L.A. So we have a little affinity to local guys making good.
There's a lot of Occidental winemakers. Isn't Brian
Babcock,
Babcock?
That's right. Except that he majored in biology or something like that. And then he had to leave school because his parents called and said, "The grapes are ripening. What do we do?"
Oh, gotta get out. Shelf price is $20.99. First one went out at $13.99. You can buy more for $12.99. And even with Pavilion's sales they have, there aren't Chardonnays like this that are $12.99.
Not at all.
Just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
92, great value.
92 point wine.
I'm going to give it 92, even though we wrote 89. I'm going to talk to my editor about this. Oh, you're the editor.
No, I'm the writer. I'm not the editor.
You have to bump my scores up because somehow
If you'll recall, I was putting your scores in, and you said, "No, I do the scores."
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I do the scores. No. Right.
The problem is for me, I'm tasting 75 wines that day. I'm going through this whole thing, but at the end of the day, my palate's tired, and I'm just throwing scores in there because I relative to that day's scoring or the one before, I don't know, it just gets
They don't want to
confusing.
hear that. They want you to know. They want
that.
to know that you pay a lot of attention to every wine. Sit down for 10 or 20 minutes per wine. That would be 6 days.
Yes, that's right. That is true, though. I taste all those wines on Tuesday. I come back to the ones that I really felt were valuable. We retaste those, and we actually chew on those and make our decisions based on that. And that's how we end up with this La Bastide.
Speaking about chewing on a wine.
This is such a great wine. And, we don't get to the south of France that often with our wines because the prices have gone up and the French think their wines are worth more than they are. And look at the prices of Bordeaux. But here's a great value in the Syrah Grenache world of things from the Provence.
Look at that
Look at the color coming out of there.
You're not sure if you want to put it in your glass or paint your door.
That's unbelievable. This is La Bastide. It's old vine. I think it's Syrah and Grenache, no?
Well, I don't. this is one of the times where you get a little crazy when you write the newsletter. They don't really tell you. They say they use Grenache and Syrah in some of their wines, but they don't specifically tell you that it's in this wine. I think this is almost all Syrah. It's got that animal sort of earthy, component. The blueberries, little marzipan. Just a big mouthful of wine.
There's definitely some Syrah in there.
That's a lot of. Well, it says Syrah on the label. Oh, actually, when it says
there
Syrah,
it is.
Yeah, it says Syrah on the label.
See how good we are?
Yeah, we can read a label just like the next guy.
Deep purple in color, lots of good body. It's going to age really gracefully because it's very young, actually, for what it's doing right now. But look at that color; you almost can't see through it.
What's amazing about this wine when you taste it? Very similar in style and flavor to the Northern Rhone wines, Côte Rôtie and Hermitage. You cannot find a Côte Rôtie or Hermitage for under $50 or $60 today. And you put this in a blind tasting, not one person would even blink that knows a lot about wine that this isn't Côte Rôtie or Hermitage. It's got all the components, all that earthy flavors, the big Syrah, animal kind of component, and great fruit.
What do you think of the shirt stain component of it? See, this is a sign of a really good wine. You're wearing a white shirt and you stain it.
Yeah, and it's the last time you'll wear that shirt.
Can you see that now? Yeah. Anyway, the first one was at $19.99, which is a steal in itself. $15.99 for $19.99 is the shelf price. $15.99 for the first one, and $13.99 for more.
Unbelievable!
And this does rival some of the best French Southern wines. I give it 91 points. It's probably worth a 93.
94, yeah, it's a 94. This is a great Syrah. This is about as good as Syrah is going to get anywhere. And it comes from a very, unappreciated area, and that's why the price is very reasonable. Like I said, if this were, one of the high price spreads in Northern Rhone, you're talking triple the price. Not double, triple. $60 easy, without even blinking.
At this quality.
Yeah.
It's not too ostentatious. It doesn't jump out of the glass and tell you, oh my gosh, it's all smoke.
Well, it does jump a little bit.
It does a great job
representing
what it is.
Yeah, and look at that glass, too.
Yes. Hey, don't forget, this is November, so Christmas and holidays and all the rest of the holidays are coming up, and we need to get some gifts going for you. We have gift certificates available online. If you've not been to the new website, go check it out. It's really cool. And our selection of gifts and baskets this year is really, really fun, including some cool accessories that you may want to buy your wine aficionado. So look for that, and I'll see you on the limited series. Cheers.
Cheers.